Courses and memberships inside Tekmatix. You can create unlimited courses, unlimited programs, host unlimited products, and have unlimited memberships inside your one Tekmatix account. And by the way, they also all come with your own free PWA mobile app. What this means is that it is a downloadable link that can save on the homepage of your clients or your students' phones or mobile devices when they first log in. FYI, there are also paid app options available. The paid app options are when somebody wants to list your app specifically on like the Google or iTunes app stores. But if you just want a free app that your students can download, there is a free app version. So please check with the Techspert before you decide which kind of app is right for you. But if you don't want to be on the stores, you don't need to pay the extra. Just use the free app, is absolutely fine. And first of all, I'm just going to take you through where you find your courses section. On your main Tekmatix dashboard, on the left-hand side, you have courses and memberships. Now, along the top here, you have a number of different options. The first is what we call your client portal. Then we have your courses area, communities, credentials, which is your certificates, and the GoCollab marketplace, which is an external platform like a marketplace, such as Udemy or School. You may have heard of some of those. This is a version of one of those public marketplaces where other shoppers, other people hosting courses, other students of other courses will find your courses if you've published your courses there as well. I won't go into that into too much detail today. I'm just going to show you an overview of this feature, this function, where you find everything. Now, first of all, I'm going to take you into the courses section, because this is actually where you add your courses, you upload your content, you upload resources, you can upload your webinar recordings, absolutely anything that you are selling or giving away for free as some kind of resource, guide, course, videos, collection of videos. You get the point, right? So inside your courses area, you have a number of different options. First, we've got the dashboard, which is what we're on now. Now, this is a demo account, so you can't see anything on here, but once you start getting students, it's going to show you how many students you actually have. So in this case, we've got 31 demo students in this account, and you can also give people special links by clicking here. If you wanted to give somebody a link to their course area, this is kind of from your dashboard where you can find that. Now, we also have the product builder, which is where you add your courses. I'm going to show you around that in a moment. And product offers. Offers is a little bit like creating a really quick checkout for any of your courses. Then you have your analytics. Now, your analytics area will show you how many students you have, how much money you're making per course, student progress, what assessments people have or haven't completed. All of that information is available here. Obviously, it's not going to show us anything in this demo account, but that is where that happens. Now, also in this courses section, I want to show you the settings area, because this is where some of your default settings need to be adjusted before you start running off creating your courses. And the first thing is setting up your custom domain. That means connecting your domain to your account so that everything runs from your domain information. You also want to have a look at your email settings, because the system by default has default welcome emails, default sign up emails, default access emails that will send to people when they join your courses and when they sign up. So if you want this to be different to like customized courses, you would probably want to turn these off and create your own customized emails inside emails, which would need to be triggered by workflows. But if you just want people to be able to access their course, you might want to just use these default emails and give them a quick edit. So for instance, when somebody signs up to a course for the first time, you can actually edit this by clicking on the edit button, pressing edit, and completely customizing this template in your own branding, with your own words, with your own information. So really, really simple. Keep all of the fields the same, because these fields will pre-fill with that specific unique student's information. But obviously you might not want this crappy picture here. You want to change that to something else. So click on the picture over on the left-hand side where you've got your image editing settings. You would just change that image to something else, right? You can press upload and upload any image that you wanted, but don't make it workshop specific, because this might apply to any course that they've signed up to, but you get the point. And the login button here, that will have this funny field in here, membership_contact login URL. Do not change that, because that will actually give the particular recipient their unique login link. All right, so don't change it, just change the color to whatever your branding color is. You get the point? All right, press save, and that will now save your customized student login welcome emails. Exactly the same for all of the others. Do you want them on or do you not? Tick them to be on, untick them to be off. And by clicking on these template buttons, that will allow you to customize what those default emails are. So remember, that's all in your course area under settings. Now, the other thing you can do in here is look at your app settings. I won't go into that today. You might want to get one of our tech experts to help you through setting some of this stuff up. But also, all of the information you need for how to use all of these features is on the bottom right-hand corner in our help section. First of all, you can actually click on the help button here and type in, like course analytics if you want like help navigating any of that. You'll be able to find some of our help guides under here. Alternatively, you can go to messages and you can click on put your name in, press submit. This will open a ticket and one of our live tech experts will come in and support you in the live chat on here. Okay, now I'm going to take you through into the product builder first of all, because this is where you would actually upload your course content itself. Remember, you can create unlimited courses. So you can see here I've got some demo stuff in here already. This is just a play around demo account, but all you do is press create a product, start from scratch. As you saw there is an import from Kajabi. I'd strongly recommend just starting on build your own. Otherwise, it's going to give you a load of templates you might want to change. This will be the name of your course or your workshop. So the, I don't know, makeup course or makeup workshop. All right, let's just pretend I'm doing a makeup workshop. Press create. You can change this name at any time, by the way, so don't panic. You're just going to want to create this for the first time. It's then going to open up our course builder. And this is where we can add our lessons, our sub-lessons, assessments, anything else that you want here. So you've got along the top, you've got a set of subheadings along here. But essentially all I do first is I create the structure. So if this was like an actual traditional course that had modules, then I would actually create the categories first. So this would be module 2, for instance. Category means module. I could edit this blank category 1 to be called module 1. Right, get the point, save, save, save. So once I've created, I'll press back to the main workshop structure. I'm going to get rid of the, sorry, it's just reloading itself. Good, got rid of that visual. Module 1, module 2. So again, I could keep adding more modules as I wanted. Now within each module, then we can add our lessons or subcategories or assessments in here as well. So if I wanted to add a lesson, this might be, I'm just going to call it tutorial 1. Don't call it tutorial 1 because that's ugly. How to clean your skin first. I don't know, right, just making this up. I haven't got a clue about makeup, but there you go. That's how you add the lesson. Now, if you wanted to add a video or resources to this lesson, I click on the lesson, and now I have the option to upload the video, upload the audio file, set it to published, upload the thumbnail for that particular lesson, add any upload resources. If students wanted to have a downloadable workbook or any files or templates, you can add them there. And of course, you can add text in the text area with hyperlinks, with all of your formatting, and adding images and embedding videos and everything in here can be done as well. All right, so we're going to press save. That lesson is now live inside the system, and that will allow us to now go in and add as many more resources, videos, tutorials, lessons as you like. As you can see, what we need to do to make sure it was live is press published so that everyone can see all of the lessons. Now, yes, you can also do what's called drip released content. So you can do drip release on here. That will allow you to unlock the lessons after specific dates or after the number of days from which they joined. So that is also a possibility. PS, as a curriculum designer, I wouldn't recommend dripping courses. It makes global learners furious. Global learners are people who like to jump around to sections that are relevant to them. So I'd strongly recommend you do not drip courses. That is coming from a qualified teacher, trainer, curriculum developer. If you want to argue with me on that, you can argue with me on Facebook if you like. Feel free to ask any questions there. I love just sharing further perspectives or hearing your context as to why. Now, I'm not saying don't do it. There are obviously very specific examples, particularly if you're doing workplace training, certificated or accredited training, very, very strict cohort-based training. Yes, it may need to be dripped if certain lessons are prerequisites to the next ones that come. So I'm not saying don't ever do it. I'm just saying if there is not a very specific compliance or accreditation reason, I wouldn't do it. All right, so that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, inside your details, this is where you would add your instructor information, a picture of you, contact information. So you can see here, that's where you can add all of the about you information. The customize button is where you can actually change the theme of the dashboard that the student will see when they're logged into this specific course. So if we're clicking on the theme, we can actually browse all the system templates in here, and we can even create our own. As you can see here, once we've created one in our branding, we can actually keep that going forward. Now, I've not created one in this account. So the theme here is more about the layout of the way the student sees and views the lessons. Okay, so you can actually go in and have a look at it first. Oh, it's because it hasn't loaded, or is it because it's not in a real account? It's not in a real account. All right, so I'm just going to press activate on this one, just so we can go and have a look. Activate. And now it's given us this particular view. And now I can press customize. Don't worry, we can change it if we don't like it, okay? Is this maybe it's one that's not live yet? Let's just go back and check one of the more demo ones over here. It could be because I don't have a real account in here. And let's browse templates. And I'm just going to change it to this one. Customize. So basically what you can do here is change your student's dashboard for the course to your own themes, your own settings. So first we've got your layout settings, and then you've got your section settings. So in the layout settings, your overall theme, you can choose the colors that you want your course dashboard to basically be in. All right, so you can do that. Oh, it didn't work for me for some reason. I need to press OK. Okay, then you can add your background images if you want a background image and all that fun stuff. Then in the sections area, such as your lesson progress, the course body that they see, the top hero image, the header text, all that kind of stuff, that can all be changed as well. You can save that theme and then you'll have your own templates. Now, I think this is not working for me right now because I haven't published the course and I haven't also got any domains connected to this account. It's just a pretend account. All right, so few things that you have in there. That's your customization area. Now I'm gonna just skip you through to communities over here. Communities is how you can actually create your own. They look and feel like Facebook groups and they act and behave in the same way. You can create unlimited communities inside Tekmatix and you can make them paid or free. Okay, it's really, really cool to do. If I go and create a group right now, I'll just very quickly show you where you would go in and do this so that you can have a little bit of an idea. So I've made a bunch of different memberships on here. As I said, they are unlimited. By the way, when I said memberships, I meant communities, but a lot of communities come with memberships, all right? So you just press create a group, and group means community. You obviously give it its name, give it its URL that you want it to have, a brief description of the group. You upload all of your branding, your favicons, your logos, and you press create group. And then it will take you to a second page where you can choose whether or not you want that group to be free or to be paid, and how you want people to be able to access that group. You also, under your community settings, choose your domain URL. So if my group was called the Legends Lab, I'd probably change that to Legends Lab, just so that it's a little bit more customized to your brand. Now, under credentials, this is where you can create your own certificates in your branding if you want to issue certificates. So click on credentials, you can choose certificates or badges here and just press create, and this will allow you to create certificates for each of your different courses, or indeed edit them. So you see here, it's actually auto-created one for my makeup workshop. You can just press edit. You can even set expiry dates and all that kind of fun stuff in here as well. Now, the GoCollab marketplace, I won't go into too much at the moment because you do not need to also have your courses listed externally on the GoCollab marketplace in order to be able to sell them from Tekmatix. But this is where, if you did want to also have another place where people can find you, buy from you, join your courses, that might be something that you also want to turn on. So what I strongly recommend when it comes to getting your courses set up for the first time, I would recommend you actually get help from our team. We have a done for you service. You go to tekmatix.com/services and you will find our services packages on this page, right? So you scroll down here and you will find that we have a membership setup service, and we also have a course and learning portal setup service, because a membership and a course are two slightly different things, obviously, because a course is usually a one-off purchase and a membership is usually a recurring purchase, and they have slightly different workflows behind the scenes, all right? But this is basically the services that are available for you. We do it all for you. You can click down here and see everything that's included. And the turnaround time on this is usually less than 14 days, provided that you give us all the information that we need up front. So I strongly recommend checking out those services if you just want this done for you in the first place. Now, also just talking about the actual fulfillment of our course selling and our membership selling, you will also need a workflow for every single one of your courses or workshops or memberships. This is to make sure that basically you have a proper fulfillment process and a proper admin management process. Now, we do have template sequences for you for an order fulfillment. So if you type in order, you should have a purchase confirmation order fulfillment sequence in here. We also have one that's specifically for memberships, which is basically exactly the same inside. So I'll just very quickly show you what this looks like. Basically, the trigger for your workflow for a course or a membership would need to be, if it's paid, this would actually need to be a payment received trigger. Okay, so up here, you'd be changing this to payment received, however I can spell, payment received, and then it's going to ask you for what. So in your filters, you'd be finding the product. Okay, so the global product is, and then you need to make sure that you find your course here. Okay, so let's just pretend that's a course. All right, and then make sure that the filter is that the payment status is successful. Save. That will now trigger this whole workflow. Now, again, I won't go in detail to this. I'm just going to explain to you what the main steps are for a very typical order confirmation. Someone's purchased your course or your membership, or indeed your anything at all. This is what the trigger would be. And then you need to make sure that you remove their do not disturb. If they've in some way unsubscribed from your email, you want to actually remove that unsubscribe button so that they do actually get your fulfillment emails. Update your customer journey. Remove them from any other sales pipelines or workflows if you have them active. Tag them with the product name. Tag them with mailing lists so they automatically get added to your email list. Grant them access to that course, all right? So you actually need to go in here and actually find that course that you've just created. There's my makeup workshop, save, and actually grant access. That will automatically make sure it appears in their dashboard when they log in. Then you've got your confirmation email. Please make sure you go in and edit this. There is a template in there for you. Click on it, edit it, press save. Cool, done. I'm just going to press confirm. Now, if there's set dates to this, you're going to want to change the date. Sorry, I have very noisy birds. I hope you're enjoying listening to them tweet before me. So if there was set dates to this, you would have the date steps. But we don't have date steps for a course or for a membership necessarily. Usually they're evergreen, right? So I would just have the follow-up sequence where maybe I would say, you know, wait for a week. Let's change that. So let's change that to wait for time delay. Wait for one, it would probably be 7 days, won't it? Wait for 7 days. And I'm going to just change that to 7 days on our notes. This is just an example of what you can do here. I'm going to delete that action. And I'm going to add an email step. So let's press now add an action step. Send them an email. Now you can make beautiful template emails inside your email building area, right? So we could go in, press an existing template and choose from one of our existing templates. You would go to your main dashboard, click on marketing and emails, go to email templates and actually create a very specific email for this workflow. But just for the sake of example, I'm just going to click in here and press hi, custom values, contact first name, which will pre-fill their name. And then I'll just say something like, hello, how are you going? 7 days ago, you purchased my makeup workshop. Have you had a chance to log into it yet? Here's how you can access it to jump in and join us now. Stoked to have you here. Let me know if you have any questions. P.S. If you want to book a one-on-one appointment, you can do that by clicking on my calendar booking link here. All right, so that's the kind of thing that you would put in like one of these check-in emails, just to give you some idea of the kind of context, all right? So I'm just going to put in the links to everything. Now, in terms of logging into the course area, this is where you choose your fields. You're going to choose their login link. So type in the word login link. Now, inside the custom values, scroll down or come back out of contact. Scroll down until you find, where is our client portal contact area, and put in the URL magic link. Right, and that will actually give them their unique link. That's really, really cool, isn't it? I know, it's cool. Press save. It's not going to let me save it because I haven't put in all of this information here. So we've got our email, 7-day follow-up. That's just for you. From name is your name, from your account name. From email is your account's owner's email. So your account email. Ta-da! Subject line, checking in on your makeup course. Boom. Did that record or not? No, it didn't. Checking in on your makeup course. There we go. And boom, there's your email. Now you can press save. That's really, really cool, right? So I'm going to just delete that step there, delete action. So you get this, you can keep going. You might wait for another 7 days. I'm going to copy that action and paste it there. All right. Oops, I just pasted it twice. Delete action. So see how you can keep going with this? So wait for 7 days and we can send them another email. So I'm going to copy that email that we did for the 7-day follow-up and put it here for the 14-day follow-up. So now just edit this one. So I just do 14-day follow-up, checking in on your makeup course. And instead of 7 days ago, that would be 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Keep everything else the same, right? Done. Save. So you can keep on adding those steps as far as you want it to go, and then send a review request. Press publish, and voila, boom, you will now have a published workflow to manage your student progress check-in, keep that retention and completion rate high. Amazing. So again, remember, you can do this on your own. You can go to our tekmatix.com/services page and get our team to set it all up for you. And you've also got your live chat support help down here 24 hours a day. Happy teching!